Hello, hello, and welcome back. Been busy, but I made some changes to my castle, and now it looks more like a castle. I cleared out what was there, made some parts of it more anime accurate, and then made it just a little bit more manageable and nice looking, and then I added some more free space. Had to move the gate over one and extend it, but I think that's a nice looking. It's a nice looking building, you know. But today we are gonna go and finish up Pokemart. So one of the things I was looking at is like Pokemart is too small on its own. I think it could be large, and I think this is a pretty good base to start off with on how we want the thing to look. I do think I want this to be flat tile across. Ooh. It is Sunday, so it is everyone's lucky day. So make sure you're inspecting all of your freshwater spots for recipes. There's over 700 recipes, so it's well worth your time to go and collect as many sparkling spots as you can. Even if you only get level berries. Alright. There's probably two more. I wish I could jump that. There might not be two more just because I have been collecting throughout the day, so okay. Alright, I'm not worried about it. The forest is coming along nicely too. I was a bit concerned because when I place a new tree every day, it says there's no point in placing more of these. And so I do need to make sure that they're not disappearing from elsewhere on the map. But, yeah, we'll see. Okay, let's just start building. I think this is what? This is lower? Yeah. Tomorrow, I'm going to be working on a video on how to do roofing. Because I'm not an expert, but there's some... Oh, come on, Bang. There's some people that I think struggle a little bit with roofing. And I haven't seen a great video that I think covers all the roofing types. So be on the lookout for that. And what's wild about this is that it it literally will. Let me see. This will more accurately represent the... Oh, actually, let's go one in so that the corner is actually the corner. Well, do I want it there? That's interesting. Okay. So like, do I want it one back, I guess, is the thing. I think I do. Yeah. Whoopsie. Well, that can stay. But then we need this to be regular. Or wooden pillar, I think, or, yeah, wooden block, I think would look fine here. Yeah. And then, I think we want... let's see, I think we want... Actually, I think we want this to be out one more, and then we need another layer of grass, actually. I still haven't colored everything in yet, like for the marketplace, so it's still a little bit off-putting whenever I log in. It's like, you know, this could be better. Okay, Magnemite thing. Right in front of you, buddy. Alright. And then, same idea over here. We want these two to disappear. To be wood. And what do we do for this one? Is it? We're just doing plaster from here. How does that look if I do plaster just here? Normal? Or do we want? Oh, actually, no. Okay, all right. I'm silly. I'm a silly guy. I'm just being silly. This was not. This was not right. Right, because we want. And I'll have to put a tile there to kind of do. In the meantime, we want this to wrap. So. Yeah, but then I think that looks fine. But then this is, yeah, this is one over. It doesn't need to be. I do think I'm going to keep the grass there just in case. Okay. Just like that, and then I think we're going to do the entire base in wood and the entire second story in plaster, and I think that'll add some nice visual clarity to the overall thing. So actually, I don't hate the idea of, let's see how wood pillar on with the this would look. Does that look bad? No, that looks good. I like that. And that way, I can put it like this. Alright, and then we can do, when we wrap this around, it'll look real good. Okay, yeah, don't get the thing right in front of you, man. Just whatever you feel like. Alright, and break the wood pieces. I think lanterns there will eventually look pretty nice. And then I think we want 9, right? No. Well, yes. Do middle. Is there? actual middle to this. So let's see. 2, 3, 4. No, I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there won't be a middle. So we could do 2. We do every other. So it'll work. We could do here and here. Right. That's fine. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there won't be a middle here either. And then something I learned I really like is actually hardwood flooring as a roof. I'm going to need to get more tiles. And then after the Pokemart, I already got my trees for the day, so I don't need to get more of those. I'm thinking I start fixing up the beach that I ruined. Oh yeah, that's coming along great. Look at this. Do we want that there, or do we want it one over? I think we want it one over. Right? Or like, I guess, one back. I guess we could do it if I come out one more. It doesn't make much of a difference. Right. There we go. Let's see how that looks. Or if we want to go one back. No, I think that looks good. I think just a simple two-story structure. You know, don't need to get overly fancy with it. It's not the castle. I think some simple hardwood floors here will do the trick for the roof. So I replace these. And that way, if we want to do like a rooftop garden later, we can. And it's not see-through like the wooden planks, so you can't see down into the nothingness that is the actual store. Alright, I think, I'm not gonna lie to you, I think that looks pretty good. So, you know, you're walking along, it looks like a store, right? You don't, and look at that, you enter, and there's barely any time for you to see that you're not walking into an actual store. And then we can decorate the inside of this, too, that I found out. So we'd have to make everything a thing smaller, right? And we can't use Magnemite in here, but we can build in here, right? So we can't put any, like, blocks. But if we just put this, like, all the way up, you know, I think we could make the inside of the store look pretty decorated as well. So you know what? Let's just do that. Let's just do that. I don't think I have enough inventory space to allow me to take everything here, so I'll have to clean some out real quick. But I think it'd be well worth the time. And so, yeah. Well, no. That'll be in phase 2 when we do all the rest of the decorating for the town. I think that makes sense. All right. I'm gonna dub that, complete with an asterisk. Do I like that roof? We could just tile it out. It's kind of a big surface. It's kind of a, you know what I mean? It could look good to do tile there. Well, let's just, or corrugated metal could look fine there too. Yeah, we're gonna, the fickleness of me, huh? Oh, actually, we won. I do want my roof back, but I don't want to go through the trouble of destroying it all just to get some materials. Okay, ditto. I'm gonna have to have a talk about you placing stuff. It's like, why would a shop have a rooftop garden anyway? Now, what was I thinking? I do think that looks good. As a roof, as like the roof to a store. Gosh, every time that forest just looks so good. I do think it's a bit off-putting that it kind of just stops here. So I think probably future state we get rid of these trees and we just make this a disbursement. Like, they won't be as thick over here, but it'll still be wooded. So I also found out with tile placement, you do have to be somewhat careful, or you can end up making an unfortunate symbol. Alright. Yeah, I think that looks good. Pretty happy with that. Okay. So we've done this. We've done this. I do need to color all of this stuff. Could spend some time doing that. I do wish there was a corner piece to some of this. And actually, we could just spend some time coloring some stuff so that it looks a little bit better. I think that's actually a good use of the time today. Especially since I don't really know what I'm going to do with the beach area yet. And we've got plenty of time tonight. Okay, so this tile, I think I want to be black. I think black would look really nice against this. This is the blue, and the blue doesn't look bad at all. But I think black will just look that much, just a little bit better. I think I am going to delete this in favor of... So, this kind of looks unfinished, doesn't it? Let's put... Do I have any of that roof tiling? Like, there is the thought of keeping it flat, but, like, also... If I just finish the trim on this, it would add a lot to the visual depth of the build. Also, I kind of want to test... oh, do I not have any? I have 35. That should be plenty. Put some of this garbage up, though. I don't know why I did this, because I'm literally just going to destroy it so that I can... so I can paint it. Okay, let's... I'm such a silly guy. Maybe it's silly. Okay, so I think the best way to paint... And actually, there is something I want to test first. And it is, can I paint non-pre-built stuff with paint balloons? So, I don't plan on using a bunch of... It says you can use it to paint items or buildings. So if I can just make paint balloons, I think I'd much rather color things that way. Instead of... trying to be fancy with it. Okay, so, paint balloon, use. Wow, I can paint one tile with the paint balloon. That's not good. Because you need 2 to craft a paint balloon. So, if there's like a big item, I guess... But that's not a good ratio. It's just simply not. Alright, so I think the best way to do it will be to collect all the pieces of one type individually. So, like, it would be a bad idea to tear this entire building down and then try to paint things and then remember how I built the building, because that just won't happen. So I think an easier and better solution is just going to take all, like, the, you know, all the roof tiling, and then all of the wood, and then all of the plaster, if I wanted to paint the plaster. So yeah, I think black tiling on this is going to look super good. Especially because I think I want the tent to... Okay. I think I want the tent to be white. I wish... Oh, you know what? There is a faster way to do this. I'm silly. I wish there was a faster way to do this, and there literally is. I will destroy accidentally extra stuff in the process, but that's okay. As long as I put it back right away, kind of. So I truly don't want to try to remember multiple build styles and types at once. Okay, why did we fall? I just ate. And I think I actually have an idea for making this even simpler for the next thing that we paint. But I think I will go back and empty out my entire inventory so that each time I paint something, I know exactly how much to paint of that thing. Because as it is, I think I've got extra pitch roof and extra other stuff, so now it's like, it's gonna say you have this much available, what do you want to paint of it, and like, I only kind of know. Still faster than Magmite mode, though. What's up? Oh, Final, you are... Well, you're not going to freak out, but I did end up redoing the castle. I made it a little bit more, let's say, manageable. I think I made it more breathable. Like I added a little bit more empty space. I made it bigger overall too. And then I added some stuff that like made it just a smidge more anime accurate. Is that all the roof? I think that's all the roof. Okay. You're gonna... And now in the skyline, I think it looks a little bit better too. Because after I raised the castle wall, the 2 extra, it just felt a little bit off. And like, I really like that like using the nuggets here, like the big nuggets as decoration. I think that turned out real nice. And then the front of it has more of like an open style window now too. And then I added this this rooftop area that could be used, like in my head it's like it could be a gym, like a battle area, or I might make it into a garden later. I think both of those are accurate possibilities. Alright. Thanks, man. I think they turned out good. I also just finished up the, so black looks good. Blue also looks good, but a lot of our stuff is already blue. I don't hate this gray either. But I think I'm gonna go with my initial gut reaction. And then I don't think I want to color the plaster underneath anything different. If I was, it'd be blue, it'd be brown, but I think for the build we're going with, we can actually just leave that as white. So yeah, I think to the skyline it makes it a little bit better. Like it felt so crowded in that area, and I really didn't like that. And then also, like, I'll get something all of it. Like, when I would go into the buildings, none of them felt like a place where I could actually go and show off. It all was very closed, and so I added a lot of extra height to each like piece of the building, so that now when I walk in, it's like, oh, okay, this is a building. And so later when I do the interior, I think it'll flow a lot better. And plus now I have more freedom to do stuff with the outside, like if I wanted to do like a Magikarp pond or something, it would just be a lot better. Could doing gray as an accent, in addition to the white, kind of add something here. And I think, yes, I can get my white paint. At the very least, we can try it out. And I don't know if you were here for the Pokemart, but that build kind of turned out pretty good too. Okay. Alright, yeah, I'll go over there. I think it turned out real nice. I think that the intention there is going to be to eventually paint the inside of it as well. I did take a couple nights off because I was working on this and it was just frustrating, and I was getting frustrated, and I don't want to stream with that. Kind of, and I only had like a couple hours, like not even a couple hours, it was just like an hour or so. I appreciate that. But yeah, so Pokemart build is done, and you can walk in, and if I keep it at this angle, you just walk in, and now you're like, the idea is, so you can decorate in here, you just can't use blocks. So I think my idea for the future is going to be either putting up wooden posts, wooden posts along here, or wooden partitions, or I can completely block it off if I do hatch windows the entire way, or upright logs will also cover everything. So I don't know if there's a block limit inside of here, but basically the inside will be 1 block smaller total. But then when you go inside, the inside will match the outside, sort of. Figuring out where things went. See, now I only did this part, but I still am going to be confused. Did I do it here? Yes, right? Surely. Surely I did it here. Oh, and I forgot to paint the corners. And the... Yeah. Built just around the outside. Turned out decent. Oh, do I not have more? Hold on now. Might need to go back to the palette. No. Here we go. Or no. That was the thing, is I didn't add corners to this build originally. I think corners will make... I think the surrounding will make it look nice. Alright. Let's... Is this the level I had it? Or did I have it here? Or did I have it both? No. Certainly didn't have it both, right? This is the problem with deleting stuff. So, did I don't think I had this covered up one extra layer, because then it would be awkward here. I think I had this. Right? Or did I? Or did I have this? Oh boy. This is gonna be a pain. I need to take better measure. I could actually just probably look back and stream, honestly. That coming down. Okay, yeah, we had one level, and then, okay. I'm an idiot. There we go. If I build down from here, should be correct. Yeah. And then I think one more. Oh. No, it was just 2, and then I used a top piece. Yeah. All right, let's see how the gray looks. The gray's either going to be moved or we're going to repaint to black. Does that look okay? Okay. Do I hate that? Yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit off-putting, and because there's already so many different color tones, I think we gotta go with black on the top as well. Alright, live and learn. Hey, what's up? Dakota, you ended up getting your Switch too, right? Am I crazy in thinking that that was happening soon? Oh. For some reason I thought you said you were getting your Switch too. Last stream. Or last time. Maybe it was something else that was supposed to be arriving in a couple days. No, yeah, I thought last stream... Have I been here before? Yeah, I know. I was saying... I thought last time you were here, you said you were getting the Switch 2. Or maybe... I could be making that up. Or... It was someone else that said they were getting a Switch 2. Okay. Also, okay. How's the construction going? You have 15 hours on Pokopia, and it's really fun. They don't come doing the construction things on the weekends. Oh, okay. That's nice. Yeah, I think the story in Pokopia is underrated, actually. You got most of your Switch data on the Switch 2? That's dope. Ooh. Hate that. No. I think I like that. Alright. How many hours do I have on Pokopia? An embarrassing amount, Dakota. An embarrassing amount. I know... Do you need tatami mat recipe? No, I have tatami mat. Thank you, though. Oh, nice. I know I have over 200 hours, but I don't know specifically how many past 200. I want this here. Did I have 2 layers of brick? You have 305 now. I might be catching up with you. I could check real quick, actually. Let me just make sure it's your Cozy Game official. Yeah, 235. So, not nothing. Certainly not nothing. But I'm not at 300 yet, so I gotta catch up with final. I need to put more there. I've built more though. I think I've just built more consistently. Probably you probably actually built more stuff. It's just probably more spread out. If I had to guess. Do I need more of these? I do need more of these. Yeah. I think in this area for sure, right? But like, I think overall, it's hard to. It would be hard for me to imagine that you have less stuff built with 100 more hours in game. Like I never focused on a tree farm. You have one of those. Your farms are actually probably a little bit better at this point than mine, or at least more efficient. Actually. You know, now that I've looked at it for more than 2 seconds, I don't actually like the... I don't like these things looking at me. Let's switch back. I spent too long looking, and now I just want to go back to how they were. Yeah, it's simpler. Maybe here, actually, yeah. I think it could be a little bit better here. And do I want that one specifically? No. Since I don't want this one specifically either, so that I can do flat pieces. Do the mysterious slates make a picture when put together? Yes, and I don't want to spoil it for you, but they do make a picture. Also, once you solve the picture, you can, so far you put 4 down, I think there's 26 or 27. So you do have a ways to go. I want maybe this. Oh, this is going to be a pain. Actually, it doesn't have to be. Yeah, 20. Yeah, 20. Yeah. You probably know better than I do. I haven't looked at them in a while. And just so you know, once you solve the picture, it's not stuck there forever. You can use a demolition kit to move it. Yeah, you're putting in the... Yeah. Yeah, but I'm saying that whole mural thing can move later if you want it to. I don't know. It's something I was worried about early game, but I know not everyone's as retentive as me or annoying about that sort of stuff. No. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I like that. That's good. I didn't paint the one. Boy. Fresh carrots. Yeah, at the beginning of the game, they pretty much fill you up the entire way. At some point, you'll unlock cooking, but like for me, if I eat a fresh carrot right now, like because your experience, like the amount you can build at one time, will increase over the course of the game, and so. Eventually, you'll want to seek out better food options, but carrots at the beginning are the goat. Oh, you have cooking unlocked right now. 15 hours in and you have cooking unlocked? This man's is speeding through the game. At an unreasonable pace. I don't think I unlocked cooking until I was 50 hours in. Although I went to Rocky Ridges second. I went to Rocky Ridges after Bleak Beach. If I was to do the playthrough again, I'd probably do it the same way. For no particular reason. Do I maybe want to paint, since I'm already here? Let's see what this looks like if I paint the undercarriage brown. I got the party quest for Rotom. Dope. Let's see. I'll need, what, green and red for brown? I don't know how to do it, nor have I asked anyone. I think that's a fine and dandy way to play the game. You know, sometimes it's nice to march to the beat of your own drum, you know? While this is loading, I'm gonna go get myself a Dr. Pepper from the fridge. Diet Dr. Pepper should sponsor me. I know that drink. I think that's super fun. I do. Playing a game without tutorials. I wish I was that disciplined, because as soon as I can't figure something out, I'm online within 10 seconds of like, why can't I do this thing? And it, you know, it does. I think it takes away a bit from the feel of a game. Because then, when you do figure something out, there's a bigger payoff too. It's how we used to game, you know. I'm of the age that I can remember a time before everything was on GameFAQs. Yeah, it's like Pokemon Home. Saying a Pokemon that shouldn't be in that game just feels off. You were in the most inconvenient spots, Marvel. I think we want 4 of these to be brown on the inside. And if it looks like garbage, we'll just keep it the white plaster. There's a chance it could look good. Okay. Alright, hold on. Yeah, actually. 10 or more hours trying to remove the ash. I swear it's so annoying. There's entire videos dedicated to people that just do that. That are just removing the ash from their rocky ridges. I think it's a good move. I think it makes the place look real nice after it's all said and done. Give me one of these. Should probably paint it too. You've had so many relics explode on you. Yeah, gotta be quick with the water. Quickish. And it helps, at least it helped me, when I dig relics out, before I had Magnemite, I would always stand on top of the relic, because for whatever reason, the water is hard to aim anywhere but on, like, if you're on top. And so I saved quite a few relics that way. Okay. The only issue now is, like, I think this has to be wood or something. Or maybe... Oh, okay. A little too dark. Can I paint that light, though? You just found the last part of Tyrantrums. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm pretty jealous. It took me all the way into the post-game to find all of Tyrantrum's bones. I was searching for, like, days for that thing. I couldn't find his tail anywhere. And I started, it was weird. So, like, the mysterious slates, I'd found all of them before I found the complete Tyrantrum fossil set. So, I am a little jealous. What did I come over here for? Oh, yeah. We want... Yeah, that was the last one I found, too. Why not? Can you not paint the antique wood? Where is that? Stylish stone. Oh, no, you can't. Okay. So this might make it a lighter brown. Yeah. This makes it a lighter brown. So this might look fine. And if it doesn't, then no worries. Oh, yeah, much better. It's not an exact match, but I still think it's fine. I think that was A-okay. But now I do want to replace these with middles. And... I think that's a little bit too much. And then I think this can be regular plaster. Do I think we can probably get away with doing just the one here. Yeah, that's fine. And then... Yep, all the fossils individually are habitats. So you can just keep the Pokemon there. And then what? Maybe... Okay, ditto. Pete's sake. Oh, I haven't actually looked at any of the Pokedex entries. I read them, I think, when I first started, for like the content of getting all the Pokemon, but I actually have not read any of them. Wait, just throw... Yeah. I think there's a world where I put... Maybe just Spruce like there? No. Something like that. There we go. And now I need more of those. Oh, roof support counts as something. Okay. Well, oh man. Do I want roof support or thing? This narcissistic Pokemon is a clean freak. If you don't groom it diligently, it may stop listening to you. Such a... Dartrix is so emo. Emo looking anyway. Yeah, I do like that a little better than having the tile. So I think that's good for now. That also means here could be the only thing. Ooh, I need another. I should have painted two. Should have painted two. Did I make this one? No, I took it away from this one and kept it as... Nice. Yeah, I like that the fossils, at least, that like when you do their habitats, they're fast. Fastest on it. Okay. And I gotta go do another antique in brown. And I also think wooden blocks we need to make. If they're not going to display anything, they can just be. It's actually 100% true. There are theories that certain dinosaurs covered in feathers. Oh, So that one does have. Okay, yeah, we have that. Thing we just got. Oh, this needs to be what is well. these need to be painted brown. Definitely should have done these at the same time. No. And then this needs to be it's a good thing green and red paint are pretty low. Why does Bonsly have the bulldoze ability? That feels off. I think it's just so that like you can always like rebuild or get rid of the old Poke Center or whatever. Even if you don't like spawn in the best Pokemon. If I paint this, I won't be able to keep it. Final. I also tested out the wheat, and I do think I still prefer the wheat to the ferns on the terraced farming. Yeah, but only the second stage wheat. Oh, when I go back to Pallet Town, I'll show you. What's my habitat level for this area? Like this area that I'm in right now, it's at like a 2. Or maybe a 1. Because there's a fire, there's a cyclone in the forest. Actually, it's kind of neat. Yours is being 5 or 6. That makes sense. That tracks. As long as you're putting Pokemon in there and they're decently happy, then your habitat level is going to skyrocket. No, mine for this area is like a 2, maybe a 1, because I hardly have any Pokemon here, and the ones that are here are either homeless or miserable. I painted the wrong thing. Gosh darn it. Yeah, it's like real life. There you go. Well, well, well. These are the consequences of my own decisions. We want these. Wait. No, I didn't paint the wrong thing. This is the right thing. I just picked the wrong thing. Okay. How do y'all get rid of the ash? I traded for items at the Pokemon Center. I really don't have an abundance of ash, but I turn it into glass whenever I do, or I'll trade it with the trade Pokemon. You can do it at the Pokemon Center, or if you have the trade habitat built up, you can trade it there too. Okay. I think this is done on this half, and then I need to go back to Pallet Town so I can dump all of my material so that I'm only painting the things that I need and nothing that I don't. Yeah, 4 counters, a cash register, or 4 counters on top of a cash a cash register on top of 4 counters will get you the trade habitat. When I come back to, and you need electricity running to the cash register. When I come back to Pallet Town, you'll see what I'm talking about. Ignore the mess. What's up, Braden Eric Peters? How's it going? Dakota, this is the cash register setup. So you place stuff here, and then they'll place things just like they would in the Pokemon Center. Let's see. We need to dump literally all our stuff. Alright, I think instead of what I normally do, which is organize everything nice and easy, that'll just take me too long. So I'm gonna build a couple. I only have Pokopia for 2 days and I have 15 hours in it. Is that slow? No, that's like more than 7 hours a day, homie. That's a lot of playing. Like, and I, I don't know that I subscribe to the idea of fast or slow. Play as much or as little as you like. Fast is subjective. How do you get the pseudo balloon thing? You're gonna need to move the date on your Switch 2 to turn off the online setting so that you're not synced with online. Then move the date to April 1st because there was an event on April 1st. It's not an April Fool's joke, I swear. You're gonna need to move the date to April 1st, and then there's quests that your Pokemon give you. And if you do the quest, you'll get the pseudo doll. And then you only need one, and you can make copies of it from there on. Okay, we want the honey. Here, we want the honey and our food. Everything else can go in here. Does that work? Yeah. It won't mess anything up in your game either if you go back days. Yeah. Moving the date will work. It's been pretty thoroughly tested at this point. You just have to make sure that you're unsynced from the internet. Like, if you're currently synced... Yeah, you already have your time set to Japan? Why? I guess it could kind of make sense for if you're trying to link up with Japanese players. Hey, I don't know what ablution means, but how's it going? So is this game good or what, man? This game is excellent. Easily Game of the Year material. Alright, I think that's emptied everything out. I need to bring all my paint. You got any baddies in this game? Is it better than... Well, Vaporeon's in the game, so yeah. Is it better than Skyrim? I don't think anything's going to be better than Skyrim ever, so... Especially since they keep remastering it every year. When Pokopia gets its 3rd remaster, then we'll see. Vaporeon is hot as... Yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to comment on that. I think that's smart if I don't comment on that. I'll harass him. Wait. All my pain. What about a Jinx? Not for me. Jinx, well, Jinx isn't in the game. If you're asking me about, like, you know, Jinx has a good mouth. What a wild thing to say. What a wild thing. That's unhinged. Jinx isn't in the game. I'll leave it at that. Jinx isn't in the game. For me, you know, not my cup of tea, but you do you. Bellsprout. I think I know where you're going with that, but still it's just uncomfy. When Kricketot first came to my area, I said, "You get out and try cutting it in half," and gave it food as an apology because I felt bad. Yeah, I mean, it's nice that you tried to make up with it. And Kricketot has one of the best mustaches in the game, so. Lickitung could be crazy. If you're gonna go Lickitung, you might as well go Licky Licky, though, I think. No reason not to, like, go with the evolve form, you know? It's more experience. Alright, let's do... I think this would look good in white. Yeah, thickness is something to consider as well, I suppose. So who's the actual thickest Pokemon? Like, I don't think it's Snorlax. There's definitely, yeah, I don't know why I keep doing this. You're playing on your Obama phone? Oh, well. Can you play Champions yet on phone? Nah. Dakota asks, what's wrong with y'all? I don't have a good answer. I was adopted. I don't think that helped anything. Actually, it did help a lot. I'm really glad I was adopted. My adoptive parents were actually my grandparents. It's very fun. Huge viral thread on Reddit right now about how this game is rooted in racism. The devs have a nasty post history that was exposed. When you say the game was rooted in racism, do you mean that the people that made the game were racist, or do you mean that the game has racist undertones? I don't know that I could buy the second thing, and the first thing, like, that's terrible, but also I don't think I'm going to stop playing the game. Is Ist a little? I think it's just rain. I think that's what they're doing for rain. Apparently the game itself has some racist undertones. Let me think. Maybe. Have to look into it. And we ban these people. They don't seem like... It does feel a bit like a weird raid happening right now, I'm not gonna lie. Check out the threat, bro. It's wild. Alright, I'll give it a shot. Yeah, right now, but... I should add one. Oh, so you can paint both parts. Hold on now. That's nice. So we can do brown here too. Yeah, that'll look real good. Huh. Yeah, so, I just looked up, is Pokopia racist on Google, and there's like one Reddit thread, and it's like, it's not even racist. It might be considered prejudice when, Piplup asks, you can't just transform into whatever you want, but you're a ditto. Oh, I'm sorry, that was a weird thing for me to say. I think that's a stretch. I think it's a really big stretch to say that that's racism. I think the weirdest thing in Pokopia is when Volbeat talks about human butts. It's on Hato on Reddit. He's not lying. Oh my gosh. Any reason it would show up? If you got the link, you can just post it in the chat and I'll check it out. Otherwise, like, I'm on Reddit, not seeing it. I'm looking at all-time and relevance, so if it's hot, shouldn't it show up? Refresh. Find anything. Some of the devs and on-profiles on social media got exposed. Okay, so if some of the devs social media, like I said earlier, if it's a matter of the devs are racist, I think that's one thing. But I think saying it has racist undertones, you're gonna have to it's a stretch. Stop being so emotional. I have the link. Oh, do you have the link? It's every time. If you for the link, if you just put spaces in between the letters, I think I can figure it out with a Google search. But like, also, I'm entirely open to the idea that the devs could be racist. Like, people have and will continue to, be bad people, and sometimes bad people can do cool things. And I don't think that takes away from how cool the game is. Well, like dog whistles. I have like 200 hours in the game. I have yet to see a dog whistle. I could be wrong. Open to being wrong. I've been wrong before. I think I'll probably be wrong again at some point in the future. I think these were here, right? Are you political though? Maybe you're missing them because you're not deep enough in politics. Yeah, I'm not really political. I would say apolitical, but then it makes it seem like I subscribe to a political party in that as well. Yeah, if they put like blatant racism in the game, I think that's different, right? And then there was that whole thing of like Jinx was seen as racist for a little while in like Pokemon anime, but it was like, no, that's like their, what is it? I don't know, their Kabuki or whatever. There's nothing blatant. Okay. I think I do want to see like the evidence of if there's undertones. I think that's worth considering too. Did I put? Oh man, I have to check back now. How did this go? So we did. Okay, so it's all flat. Okay. All flat except where? Where the slanted pieces of roof tile? Where do they go? Huh. Okay. So I think get this. Well, how do I post the link? Yeah, so I think it'll ban a direct link. I don't think it'll let you post a direct link. I think it will only, like, so you'd have to space it out a bit, but if you space it out, I feel like I can figure out. Sarah Seda, thank you so much. We could use a little positivity. Oh, alright. We're gonna ban that. Sorry for that, guys. Turns out Saracita's the worst of them all. I'll put up some barriers real quick. Final, I'm gonna end up making you a mod probably so that you can just ban people. Braden Eric Pickles. Most people that just got removed didn't even say a bad word. Yeah, when someone types like a bad word and then you intentionally say something to the effect of like, "What is that?" or you know, what does that mean? Like you know what it means, and I don't think I want to. I don't think I want to play around with that, honestly. So. There we go. Okay, cool. That's everything, right? Oh, come on. Will I be playing this game at all? Not until I can clear out the chat of bot activity, I think. And actually, it's pretty toxic, right? Just mod the dude, I can snap in these losers so fast. No thanks. Actually, you know what? Can I set up... Oh no, I know I need a mod. Let's see. Well, like, isn't it? It's a little too convenient for me to. It's a little like Braden Eric Peters. It's a little too convenient for me to believe that like you happen to come into the chat whenever I get spammed with a bunch of bots. Yes, they're all bots. Alright. And then let's do some stream settings, yeah. Oh. These Pokemon still don't give me the April Fool's quest. You sure your shifting time works? Yeah, so, Dakota, in the... You just demod, pretty simple. Yeah, that's fair. I'd say if you want to mod pick someone who comes in every stream for a while and seems trustworthy. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, Dakota. Promoted. Okay. Alright. You should be a mod now. Yeah. I saw a short save. If you spin as a human, certain times when you stop, you get a spin of face. I think that's kind of neat. Yeah, it's kind of neat. So for the April 1st thing, to go back to that, is if you... if you talk to your Pokemon that have like the triple dots over their head, that's how you get them to do the that's how you get them to do the quest for the inflatable arms Sudowoodo. Don't mod Dakota, he's one of them? Maybe. He might be, but he also comes into the stream pretty often, so. If he is one, you know. I get like... Oh, son of a gun. There it is. Thank you. Outing yourself. Oh, so perfect example. So see how Tangrowth's message bubble is right now? You'll see a bunch of those walking around if you set the date to April 1. So it's not like a dedicated quest line, but if you see those, are there certain Pokemon that only get the quest? No, it's any of the Pokemon in that entire day. Wow, just everybody, huh? It is a bummer. Alright. I think, is it this level? Or is it... Although now, I'm much happier about the people that were saying stuff about the racist undertones, because now I know that it was just complete trolling, and to not take any of it seriously. So, silver lining. Oh, thanks, brother. What did I have? Maybe it was slightly pieces that are here. That could have made sense. I would have made Final a sub, but or a mod, but he had left already. do think it was at least here. I think there was one down here as well. It's just random, but I'm honestly, like, that happening I think is pretty rare. So if it happens more often, I'll probably ask one of my friends to mod for me. But until then, I think I'm good. Was it really like this? Or did it come out one more? Dang it. I think it should probably go out one more. What does Magnet Rise do in Pokopia? Magnet Rise is what I'm using right now to float. It's just simply the action that Magnemite uses to float. Oh, flat type pieces, huh? Well, looking at it, do I need... No. Huh. That's not right. It's gotta come out one more. Oh, no, it doesn't. I'm silly. Okay. Yep, I think that looks good. Yeah, the bots seem to have left, or they got bored or something. I think that when you freak out or just stop playing the game for a little bit, they, they'll tend to leave well enough alone. But, this was my first time being bot rated, so, I think it's a streamer rite of passage, maybe. It was a little bit rude, though. It's like, you really have nothing better to do with your life. That's never happened before. Well, in fairness, a lot of Pokemon streamers, it's easier to raid a smaller channel that doesn't have any of the protections set up. Like, I just set up a bunch of protections on the thing, too. So, like, I set up strict for the moderation piece. Which I will go back and change at some point to be the looser, and then update settings so that I don't get... Like, after this stream, I'm going to just kind of lock down the stream and make sure that... I think there's a setting you can do to where it's like you have to be in the chat, or you have to be in in stream for more than 5 minutes to comment or whatever, and I think that would probably help out a lot. Most small streamers being noticed 9% of the time, or they being noticed 1% of the time. Yeah, that's fair. And I feel like with a lot of the bigger streamers too, it's like it's almost like pay to get recognized. It feels like. Let's take you. Or can we do? Yeah, I think that's fine. Since we're painting anyway, let's go ahead and paint these brown. It is a little bit upsetting though, because I know, you know, Final's a good guy and he left because of it. And so it's like, ah, dang. Oh, and you added him? Nice. Oh, you can really change everything. Yeah, he's a good dude. I do hope he comes back, but like, you know. You can only... Do I want that? I don't want gray for everything. Gray kind of would look good. But then it's like, is it too close to the white? Yeah, but if he didn't, like I would understand. I probably will also make him a mod because he's in almost every one of the streams as well. Does that look? That looks pretty good, huh? This one come from? Oh, right there. No? Yeah. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. Okay. Now, does anything need to be painted on this one? I don't think so. I think that's good the way it is. This one we definitely want to paint. I'm gonna try and join all your streams from now on. Just depends on what game you're playing. If it's a shooter game and not likely to join with Pokemart or Minecraft, I'll join. I'm pretty much exclusively gonna be playing Pokopia. I can't see myself playing. Well, I might consider Champions, but probably not. I'm not like VGC is so hard for me. I don't know why I keep starting out doing this. I can literally just use the desktop mode. I think my first stream was Super Auto Gaming, but that was like 3 years ago or so. My first stream, I'll say, is Pokopia. Oh, dang it. Let's take forever to put up to. Alright, let's see what colors exist for this. I think gray can work well here. Yeah. Purple maybe? Yeah, purple could look good. Ooh. bright purple too. Yeah, let's do this. Oh, I should have painted the... Wait, is there stems on them? No, it's just a thing. For me, VGC is kind of easy. I just go teams that I actually like. My sword team is Cinderace, Togekiss, Melmetal, Primarina, Circuitry, and Zacian. I had a sort of competitive VGC team in Sword and Shield, but it was... I say sort of competitive, I really do just mean sort of. Like, I never trained, I never went with EV training. That was the intention eventually, but like, I had a Swift Swim, whatever that fossil was that was stupidly broken in Sword. I had Corviknight. I think I had a Blissey. But I never got good enough. I don't think you've lost a team in Sword. Oh, dang. How do I have an odd number? Doesn't make any sense. Oh, did I do... Oh, that's what I did. Okay. Really? Oh, yeah. So maybe that's why we put this here. Anything else is slopes? How did I freaking do this? Oh, I had 2 layers. Okay. I should do some sort of subscriber goal. Ah. Not that I wouldn't ever, but like, I do just do this as a hobby. So like, it's, you know, and then I already have like a lot more subscribers than I have, you know, viewers on stream. So it's like, I understand that I'm catering to 2 different audiences here, right? Like, there's the audience that watches streams, which is, you know, relatively small. And then there's the audience that came from like my previous content, which was long form talking about the individual games. And, you know, those rack up some decent views, and I will eventually do more of those. But for me, it's really, this channel anyway isn't about the views anymore. It's just about having a creative outlet and just having a fun time. Yeah, if you watch a stream, you're most likely not going to watch long-form videos. Yeah. Like, I think that's true for a lot of audiences on YouTube, is like the people that watch live streams tend not to watch the longer videos. And vice versa. Those that watch the long videos tend not to watch the stream. So, it's not, to me anymore, it's not really that upsetting. I think it's just recognizing that the two audiences are different, and I'm fine with that. The only exception is Purple Cliff. Yeah, he's fun to watch both. I like Shady Penguin a lot. I think his content's always really fun to watch. Well, really any of those guys. Shady, Vinny, Nintendo, Luke with Game Boy Luke, Raidaway Plus. I haven't seen anyone named Shady Penguin, and Nintendo seems a bit off to me. From Purple Cliff videos, he just gives me an odd vibe. Yeah. You do have to watch his own stuff. I would say Shady is definitely like the PG version of all of those guys. And he just makes, I don't know, to me it seems like it's good content, but it definitely is like one of those communities. Like, he's got a ton of people that watch his live streams, so like, it is a little bit like, it's going to take a lot for him to recognize or like respond to you. So while he's not going to say that it's like pay to chat, that is how it'll feel. So I think there's pros and cons to both. Okay. I do think that gray looks good. I think a deep purple looks good here. What is this? Okay. I think yellow purple always looks kind of good. We could just leave it as the brown, and I think that also looks good. That black is calling my name. I think white here. Oh, that grape looks like actual rope. Streaming Ukes. He streams Pokemon, but I stopped for some reason. I don't know why. Sometimes it comes and goes in seasons, Like, there's seasons where I watch Shady, and then there's seasons where I, like, don't watch for a while. And, it's just kind of the way of life, if you will. Do I have to build up? Yeah. Alright, let's... Okay, build it in the right spot. Huh. How do you... Do I need to have a base for it? That's crazy. Your cat is attacking you? Tell it to stop. If I remember right, you had a kind of a crazy situation with dogs and cats, right? You gotta keep the cats indoors, or else the dogs will fight them, or something like that. Platform for everything. Yes, that's done. Okay. I'll just get some material. that's weird. I don't know what's allowing this to happen. But cool, I guess. Huh. Well. I'm sorry, you have 7 cats and 2 dogs? That's wild. Quite literally wild. Okay, since you're all gonna need space of 4, right? Okay. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Dang. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that about both accounts. Losing a pet is always hard. I grew up with a dog, and well, I grew up with 2 dogs and a bird at one point, and a turtle. And you know, when your parents tell you something like your dog went away to join the circus or something like that, you know, I knew that that was code for, you know, we put the dog down. But where I was an idiot is I didn't realize that they just did it to me, but differently. Like, I was like I was in my 20s when I figured out that they lied to me. So like they said, you know, we had to take Sandy, which was my dog's name, to the vet today. And I was like, oh cool. And the vet liked him so much that he kept him. And I was like, wow, why? And they were like, well, you know. He was getting old, and so we were gonna have to look for a nice big yard for him to play in. But you know, since the vet liked him so much, he just kept him. And I was like, and I believed that for years. Towels or curtains here. That's for later. Okay. Dang. That is sad. Smell like that. Our dog can move to its side, but yeah. Dang. Oh. Yeah, it sounds like you were much less of an idiot than I was for, 22 years. Oh, dang, dude. You're going through it. I appreciate you sharing. That's tough. Yeah, that is tough. I lost my mom when I was 8, so I can sort of relate to the loss there of a parent. I mean, I was raised by my grandparents, and then subsequently, they passed away when I was 16 and 18, respectively. So like, I'm not, losing a parent's nothing new. It's difficult, and I do think it makes you stronger in the end. But in those moments, it's like that's not what you want to hear. I think it's like, you would trade being strong for having the parent around. Let's see, what colors do we want these? Not bad. We do one plain color. Technically, my dad and mom were my grandparents when I was born. We were taken away because their actual parents took drugs while pregnant. We were homeless, and they gave us to our grandparents. Yeah, I had a similar situation. I said my mom died, so I was adopted by my grandparents at that time. And I would have gone to live with my dad, but it was a weird situation in Florida at the time with like the legal system, so I just didn't end up going. Kind of like this. I think one brown makes more sense. Kind of like that, but I also don't hate that. This thing about split colors is just tough. That's definitely more festive, but do I want it to be that festive? I think we'll just make do with that. Sheesh, that's not good. Yeah, and it's, that's one of the things about living with your grandparents too, is that it's not like the other kids. I have 5 spare. $13. Oh my gosh. That is wild. At least there's a vague hope that it might still be alive. I don't know. I will say cats are smart. Like, if a dog runs away, it's like, if a cat runs away, it's like, there's a good chance it's fine. Oh, sheesh. What do we do? Do we do black and purple, or do we do purple and black? Ugh. Oh, and I'm out of black paint. That's why it happened. That's not good. Can I buy paint from here? Or do I have to go back to the other land? Sheesh. Oh, that is expensive. We do not need 10. It's not Pokemart. 5. If an old cat runs away, that means it's close to dying. Well, I'll keep that in mind. I don't have a cat. My buddy just bought a Maine Coon. So, I'll let him know. So this one is black and then purple. Purple. No. Purple and brown. Jeez, that uses up a lot of paint. I'm gonna have to go make more paint. That was crazy. To get their scent on you, or they would just want you to feel more sad? That's wild. Cats are wild. Let's see if I can make more paint. I have finals. Is 818 glass of bot? Yeah, probably. I was looking back through the chat real quick to see if I missed any in like more than likely. Like when you see a long string of text, like they were doing, like the column of text, and then the very next person goes, "What does that mean?" I'm like, okay, it's bot activity for sure. A lot of paints, but not the ones we need. So we need more green, right? Oh, that's why we don't have more. let's take you out. Were you able to end up finding the stuff for the inflatable wacky arm pseudopodo? Oh, your Switch is overheating right now. Yeah, the Switch 2 does get real hot for some reason. Where's green? It's probably smart. What? Oh, nice. Now I get to see if my boathouse still works. Dang it. Alright, so he doesn't spawn in the same place every time, which is a bit of a bummer. Because that means that the boathouse that I built for him back here just doesn't work. But, you know, live and learn. I'm not building another boathouse. Sad to see it. We should probably get off less depressing topics. I mean, it'll make the VODs a little bit weird, but I mean, I'm cool with pretty much. I say pretty much any topic, with pretty much any PC topic. If I don't have enough paint to do any more structures in the marketplace, I'm probably gonna start looking at fixing up the beach area. Because that needs some work. Yeah. Yeah, the Pokemon can get, honestly, when you're like deep working on something, sometimes the Pokemon can get a little annoying, but I just ignore them. this one. Yeah, let's do this one. Okay, we were literally aim. This one higher? Will there be a stream tomorrow? Probably. Yeah. I'd say so. I think there's one here. Any specific time you start streaming? No. Just kind of do it whenever. You don't have to worry about, like, there's no responsibility hard tied to being a mod or anything. No need to, it's not a job. But it'll probably be after 8 p.m. CST. Oh, cool it. Could green look good? Do you think the dark purple looks good? Let's just do blue. I think blue could look good, huh? The last few streams I've had, it's just been... Oh, yeah. So I normally just stick to the same streamers. Yeah. Some like, communities in the streaming world are just weird, I think. Too. And no shade against anybody, you know. Each community is going to be a little different, but... You know, I'm trying to build one that is a little bit more of a safe space, which, you know, didn't get displayed well tonight, but I think once I implement some new, like, YouTube, like, I think YouTube has built-in tools I can use for, like, moderation as well, so I don't have to rely on anyone necessarily being in stream. It's a bit weird. No hate to them, of course. Yeah, no hate, but I get it. There's some VTubers that, like, genuinely make good content that I like. I don't like the fact that they're VTubers. But, like, I'm trying to think. I think Horrible Gaming is one of them, and she just has a good, like, online presence. And, like, if you don't want to show your face, I get it. I've had self-esteem issues over the years, too. And not to say that it's, like, hers is from self-esteem. It could just be, like, she likes the avatar that she's created. But, yeah, like, hers is one of the ones where I can get into the stream and it's like I enjoy this for the content, and then the fact that she's a VTuber is kind of goes past like my mind. I think the ones that like are weird to me are when they kind of make the stream about being a VTuber, at least in my head. Come over here. Ain't that blue? I need to take these out. Although I think there's a world where those could stay white and it would be fine. Is Shiny Catherine Moopenstein? I think it's something like that. In the Rogue Renegade. I have not heard of any of that. I think I've heard Moopenstein before, but I have not heard of Shiny Catherine. I'll have to check them out. Can I do patterns on the resort hammocks? Yes. Could be fun to do a pattern on one. This is kind of fun. Make genuinely good videos. That's dope. Ooh. That kind of looks good, huh? I think it's either this. Yeah, I think it's this. Ooh, or this? Oh, yeah. I think this. Put some black on there. Make this gray. Actually, why make this black too? Or we do both white. Could look good. Oh, that kind of looks good right there. It's just Royal Pear, technically Dano Caldros. I have heard of Royal Pear, and I do like. I'm pretty sure I like Royal Pear. Can't remember specifically what he does, but I'm like fairly certain that I like Royal Pear. Let's just I think that was the cleanest. Kind of makes me want to do a pattern on those. Oh, I need like Ace Umbra. I haven't heard of like half these. I need to watch more. So we need. This right, and then we have, I think we had them here, 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 and I won't have enough. Here. Did I have them one down? Yeah, I definitely did have them one down. And there's Stevie. You're throwing. I'm gonna write these down. Yeah, subscriptions build up. For sure. You just... And maybe this is white right here. Since March 2002, that I think... You ever thought about making content? Some probably some people I don't know. Yeah. Were terrible and cringe, and so I took them down. I mean, everyone's first videos are terrible and cringe, so like, just send it. You'll get better over time if it's something you want to do. If it's not something you want to do, then like, doesn't really make that much of a difference. Red could kind of look good. Oh, I don't have enough. Okay. I don't hate this. It's a good color. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. Alright, I'll check it out. Do you want me to check it out on stream, or do you mind if I wait till after? Okay. Yeah, I actually, because I have this channel and one other channel, I actually run a community where I help people grow on YouTube. So if something you're interested in, I'm definitely more than willing to give feedback. So I'll check it out. Actually, might as well do it now. No point not. Is it under your username? Yeah, probably. Oh, you got 35 subs, my guy. But I'm not seeing... a video. Unless it's just that post. Alright, so it's that Minecraft one? Or Roblox? That's a cool idea. It's not Minecraft, so is it Roblox? I'm not up on my recent video game lore. Because the blocks don't line up for it to be Minecraft. But that's fun. I think it's a fun post. It's one you made. Dope, dope. Alright, let's do... For this, I think... Black. Maybe blue, so that it matches. Color matching here is going to be tricky. And I'm only going to do this one section at a time. Use blocks to build so it's Minecraft-like. Okay. Oh. Actually, let's go back to the ground because otherwise it won't blend in with the fossil. I wonder why no one is joining. It's just pretty typical viewership. It's usually just me and Final, or me, Final, and you. So. I think small streams are hard to generate engagement in the first place. And then, I mean, I also don't do the best job of thumbnails and titles for this because again it's more of like a hobby and it'll feed like long form videos if I decide to make a big one. This is more like a I'm already going to be playing this game so I might as well stream it, and less of a I'm trying to make a name for myself as a streamer. So yeah, it's totally understandable why it wouldn't be on the discoverability panel. That's dope, man. I also think, like, I'm up against some pretty strict competition. We keep this as... You know, both is black. The problem with that is I've got low amounts of black paint. This makes sense. out of red paint, though. Which is crazy, because I feel like I have a ton of red paint. Oh, I definitely didn't paint the other ones black, huh? No, I didn't. Plus, I'll also say, like, I'm not going to change my style up, but I understand that I don't make the most engaging content in the world. So, like, when someone does show up into chat, like we just had a viewer, right? Like, I'm not doing anything to necessarily hook them into the stream. Like, I don't personally like the idea of, like, oh, hey, welcome to chat. And I found that when I do that, people don't stick around anyway. So maybe something I experiment with in the future, like, hey, welcome to chat. But like, I'm putting myself in the shoes of a viewer. I'm like, okay, I get it. I get why people don't necessarily watch. Okay, so let's do wooden partitions. Yes. So I do think this would look good. I also think black would look good. So maybe we do like purple and black or gray. I think gray and black could look good for a bunch. Has to have a few qualities. One, actually responding to the fan base. Two, making interesting things and not copying others. And three, giving actual facts, blood builds, stores anything without the chance or something. Yeah, and like for me, like when I do an actual video, I tend to try to give the most value I can. But for streaming, it's just like, eh. I thought it was weird, but you know, I didn't want to be that guy. Alright, let's. Okay, so black isn't actually that black on these. So we'll do that because it will be gray. And then I think there's a world where we color this, and I think it could look really cool if. So two ideas are here, but we did that on a different pattern. So I think I might like. Oh, that's interesting. That's an interesting pattern. We can move Mr. Mime in. Ah, no worries. This one is actually fun. This one I think makes sense with the cart feel a little bit. 2PG, 2PG. This one could also work. Between. That would look good. It's like wide scale. I think it would definitely stick out a little more. This could be fun. This could be fun too. A lot of good patterns to pick from. This is a nice print. And then this gets rid of the red. Okay, so let's go pick up some red paint. I went to the wrong one. Hey, no worries, brother. I don't mind a lurker every once in a while, you know. I would give you the advice that my grandparents always gave to me, which was that it's got to be somewhere, but I've always hated that advice because I never thought that it disappeared off the plane of existence. I don't have any good guesses. So let's go with all black then. Black and red, I think. Really make that. Oh, sick. $50 for a DS? That's a steal. There's not much damage, and it is real. Yeah. It's a steal. 5 games for free? What games? I think we'll do like different patterns. I think that'd be fun. Not what I wanted to delete. Magnemite. Please just delete the thing right in front of you, my guy. Let's paint this. I think this could be fun. Let's do this. One transfer or game, 2 games of that one show we compared Phineas and Ferb. One Avengers game, something else. Oh, the Avengers one might be dope. I had an Avengers game on my Xbox 360 when that first came out. That's fine. I think this will be alright. I know where Moltres is in Pokopia. I just don't know how to get it. You have to. You'll unlock the recipe for the building for it. You gotta build the whole thing. Gonna run out of black paint. So we need to fortunately buy some more. I hate how expensive paint is. Fine, it's murderously expensive. Let's see how this looks. It does Whoever thought of the volcanic ash in Pokopia is evil. I could agree with that. Oh, I think that clashes a little too much. So I'm gonna put to it like if we just repaint these blue. How's that? No, honestly that kind of clashes too though. Just like two very bold patterns. Alright, I'll experiment with that a bit then. Might just do the same pattern, the starry sky pattern on it, but I think that would be for it. I'll go ahead and do this though. Thinking about this, I probably could have just had Smurl follow me to the cart. Oh wow, you really paint this different. So let's do something like okay. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, that's fun. That was kind of a funky color. I think I like that. This one didn't work out, so... Is there one where we don't do a pattern? Maybe we do... Because that's stars. Both stars, they're just so different. So maybe we try out this. And if this doesn't work, I think I just go with the plain color. this too much. I think. No, we're just gonna do plain color. The yellow could look good with the stars there. Oh, wait. Yellow. Yeah, this one. Yeah. No, I'm actually not sold on that yellow. I do wish they could make the plain stuff like a darker black. Who I think is the better Spider-Man actor? Oh man, that is tough. That is really tough. I do like all of them. I grew up on Tobey Maguire, but you know, in honesty, he's too like. Yeah, Tom Holland is great. I think both Tobey Maguire and Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are a little bit too old to play the role of a high school Peter Parker. I think that Andrew Garfield has a good grasp on like the that's a little bit better on the let's make these yellow. So I think age-wise, Tom Holland is the best because he actually looks like a high schooler. If we're talking about college-age Peter Parker, though, I really do like Andrew Garfield. I think like his movies, like there's just parts of them that are written better. You know. Because I don't like Kirsten Dunst as Mary Jane. And I did like Emma Stone as... is it Gwen Stacy? But then their chemistry on screen together in... is it... It's not No Way Home. Remember that? The one where they all were in. That was just peak. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. I think future state of this cart could... Far From Home, yeah, I think that's it. Alright. It's coming along. This town's coming along, dang it. Let's look at the beach area and see what kind of needs to be done over there. This build is getting close to, like, done. Now, unfortunately, I did mess up my beach area a little bit. And when I say a little bit, I mean I destroyed the thing that was there, and so it left a gaping hole in the ocean. But if we can get over that, then, you know... Here's the thing. Do I want to? Because I think I want beach all around this area here. I don't think I want like any cement left over. So I think I will need to go to one of the beach dream islands to get a lot more sand so I can put it here. Actually, I probably have a decent amount of sand saved up. So, but I don't think I want a huge mound like this, so I will delete this. So I think now if I replace this level with sand, should be fine. Oh, actually, I know I have enough sand. It's just on like one area. Probably overkill, but... Oh, I definitely had more patterns I could have drawn. Like, this pattern looks good. This one's fun. I wouldn't use that one. Probably wouldn't use that one or that one. No. I don't see myself using most of these. Fun, but which reminds me, I could probably go get some more patterns now. Yeah, ash is the perfect material for trading. Yeah, I mean, it's worth, like, all of the regular blocks are worth kind of a crazy amount of money. What does soup boost? It boosts your water gun. You can hold it and spray a wider area. Oh, that's kind of cool. I make some modifications to the cart. I think it'll turn out pretty alright. First, let's replace any cement, any visible cement, with sand. Let's build up some sand here. You hate school? I hate parts of school. There's parts I really enjoyed. social aspect of school I really enjoy. You're held to a really high expectation. Yeah, that can be tough. I was fortunate enough to... My grandparents were pretty relaxed. Yeah, I can see why being held to a unreasonable standard would be not the most fun, for sure. Your teacher thinks that means you're supposed to be mature. Well, I respectfully disagree with that opinion of your teacher. Because I've met plenty of people who got very high math scores and are not mature. Not to say that maturity is a bad thing, but like also there's time to like, you know, be a kid. And you're only able to really, you only have one childhood, you know. I don't want that to come across like I'm saying like school is bad and disregard all responsibilities, but also like I think there's a balance. Unless you flip a water bottle, are you trying to get it to like land perfectly or something? I mean, well, would you say that you're disrupting the class when you do it? Because I think that there's some of that. Yes, this is the actual beach level. No, not at all. Yeah, then I don't get it, personally. Oh, well, then yeah. I do think, I'm not saying that this is your teacher, but I do think some teachers just like having control. Let's do a small. Yeah, that sounds like straight up favoritism. Not gonna lie. You're less motivated to go to school because of him? Yeah. Yeah, I could definitely see that being a reason I wouldn't want to go to school. So it's not 2 yes, 6 realistic courses. On what? Like canvas? Paper. Yeah. 6 is a lot. I would struggle to make one. Yeah. For sure. And like art teacher, I don't know. I don't want to disregard the arts, you know. There's space for it. But like art teachers that expect a lot, like I don't know. So come on, guy. 100 on 5 and 95 on 1. Really, he couldn't just give you the 100 on the last one? Okay. Stingy. I also need to probably get more ocean rock. He says he knows who doesn't care for art. He thinks I actually care for art just for an easy grade. Hopefully he never sees this. But even if he did, you know, it'd be hard to prove it to you. This. Not custom enough, so we can't do anything. That's fair. Teachers are limited. I mean, you can use that against some sort of. Yeah, I doubt it too. Who knows? Maybe he's one of the spam bots. I wish Soup would let you breathe underwater. And it's not like you even cursed him out here, you just told him the truth, you know. If that hurts his feelings, sorry, you know. decent enough. Do like a couple of small breaks in elevation. And then that's fine. Just need to figure out a way to do, yeah, in there. Okay, so now what I need is to figure out a path. Do I want to do a path around here? Or do I want to do... Just remove one that I copied. Just gonna remind it. Oh, cool. This is kind of. Did I make this game? I don't think I did. It's kind of neat. Okay, so I think what I want to do is make. So it's either I make the route here. I don't think that makes sense logistically. Right, because it's here. So I think the boardwalk more makes sense by the beach. What did it say? I'll bite. Okay. Path. It comes through here, has the garden thing on it. Or do I just want to leave it as a beach? I could. There's the option of just leaving this as a beach. I also don't know what to do with this area. Could pick another cliff. She had the nuke's job and it was a copy count that I thought was funny, just deleted it. So, decisions. I think the beach looks a little too square, so I definitely need some ocean rock to break that up. Let's go do that real quick. And then I'm gonna have to decide what I want to put everywhere else. I know I want. That's probably what we'll work on next, actually, is the end of that mountain. The other end of the map. Can I make, actually? Yes. I need a lot of those. And... Black Bush Rock, right? Black Cliff Rock. think there's a world where I do this one as a black cliff as well. Just because I think it's a little bit off-putting to have this and then this here. So I think that's probably what we'll work on for a good portion of tomorrow's stream. If I actually do that on stream, I might just not. And then the other thing I want to work on is maybe starting the wheat fields, I think makes sense now. No matter how many ash blocks there are in the game, countless. Something I want to see then is maybe would that look good? So do black cliffs over here, black cliffs over there. I think I could just paint this in regular cliff rock and make that like orange up there or something. I don't have too much more space to work with up here. But how much more height do I have? So if the staircase goes up here and around here, like here. When's the stream gonna end? In a couple minutes. I just want to figure out real quick how much higher I can go. We can still go up a ways. Oh, we can still go up a lot. The upper limit of this game is crazy. This is actually insane. How much further this way can I go? Okay, not that much. Just gonna run out of blocks. Yes, I believe so. Holy mess. I think that's the limit right there. Yep. That is so stupidly high. I don't think there's a world where I realistically build this high on this map. Sheesh. But now I know that we can build this mountain up a bit. I'm thinking I probably take the staircase up this way, curve it around, add trees on this cliff face, which means we actually need to do more soil, or brown cliff rock. I think that's probably what we want to do first, actually, is getting more of that. So I have to go to Arcanane's Cloud Island tomorrow as well. Okay. Well, that is going to do it for me tonight. Thank you for sticking around. Thanks to everybody that joins. Thanks for everyone that watches the VOD. And apologies for that middle section where I had to stop to deal with some bots. You guys have a great night.